Hmm. There we go. Good morning, Dr. Dave.
Good morning. Good morning. How are
Ah.
you?
All right. So if you are here for the first time, we are doing What If 365 Positive Possibilities. That is the name of my book that I am launching shortly. Woohoo! So excited about it. So yeah, so let's just take a nice deep breath in and out. And let's see what the universe has to say today. Ooh, what if today I could donate my time? What would I do and who would I help? Hmm. So time is very precious. Time is a very precious commodity. Once it is gone, it is something that we will never get back. How do you make use of your time? Do you increase your skills and knowledge by continually learning? Do you help others? If you haven't really given any thought to your time and how precious it is, now may be a great time to consider how you want to spend the moments you have. It's 10 years later. You are looking back on your life. Are you happy with how your time was spent? Would you change anything? Would you help more people? Would you learn new things? How does it look? Is it a whole bunch of binge watching shows or videos with no goals accomplished? Maybe it was too busy at work to take the time with the people you love the most. Give some thought to where you are spending your time. If you have a lot of time on your hands, volunteers are always needed and welcomed at nonprofit agencies. What if you donated some time helping at a soup kitchen? Maybe you don't like being around people too much. Consider the Humane Society. Be a dog walker. It benefits the dog, and you get fresh air and exercise too. Plus, the added bonus of unconditional love from a dog or a cat. Who doesn't love getting kisses? Maybe you want to mentor a child. Big Brothers Big Sisters is always looking for mentors for their clients that don't have a positive male or female role in their life. Time is so precious. So are all the ways that you could help someone that is less fortunate than yourself. Imagine the feeling of helping another person or animal. See the look of appreciation or understanding if you are helping them. Whatever it is, decide to do something to serve others. You'll create joy within your life as you do theirs. Hmm. And that kind of fits in with what we were talking about today when you were like, who are you going to share this knowledge with? Who are you going to help with this? And being that light in the world is about stepping up and helping other people. And that can be in many different ways. And I just love the way the universe kind of picks the right one for us to do today. So, what are your thoughts, Dr. Dave?
You know, I love how that was the validation, if you will, of what we were just talking about, of sharing everything, sharing what it is that we're learning or going through the process or the oils, the things that we heard. And when we are able to, when it says donate your time, I'm wondering if it might not be an invitation to us to look at things differently, that we're donating our time to so many things. So taking a inventory of what it is, your time is being donated because you're giving it unless someone is paying you. So there's the job that's not donating. I'm sure some folks would probably argue with that maybe. Um, but everyone that we're spending time with, everything that we're doing, we're donating our time. And is it being managed well for you? Is it paying off? Is it because it's you're wanting to be there? Are you donating your time to spending it with the kids? Are you donating your time to loved ones? Are you showing up for that because you want to be there? Or are you donating your time being wrapped up in the latest Facebook drama that's unfolding? Because you're
Mhm.
donating your time. So it's energy that you're spending. Is it really what you're wanting to spend it on? So that is a currency again of how we're utilizing our energy. So donate it to people that want to receive your energy, that can use your energy, uh, or your love, your kindness, whatever that is, and what levels are you willing to do for donating, and what does that mean for you? Like for you to donate at a soup kitchen, or working with homeless, or working with fill in the blank. What are the things that you have to do to prepare yourself so that you can be in that space? Um, it, what does that look like for you? Because that probably is, it should be something that you're actually financing with your heart. And if it's
Mhm.
not, then you have no place to donate it. Then you're just contaminating people.
Mhm.
That's all I got.
Well, thank
I'm
you for
kidding.
that. Yeah, and that's a really good point. Is the reason behind why you're donating. If you're doing it heartfelt, then it's a good thing. But if you're doing it out of I have to, or expectations or obligations, then you don't have to, like, you're not obligated to do anything really. You choose. You either choose to do it or you choose not to do it. That's all there is. So um and it's really important because as my other life, I was a social service worker in a nonprofit agency, and the volunteers we had were absolutely lovely. Like they, some of them were clients, or some just loved to help. And they didn't have this us and them sort of mentality that if you are not heart-centered, that's what you would have. Like, well, I'm going to donate my time because I'm so much better or whatever. That's not what this is. And people can feel that. And people that are homeless, have mental health issues, anything like that, addiction issues, they're not scary people. Like I found that a lot of people find them scary, and they're not scary. They don't have a home. Bottom line, that's it. They don't have a home. Circumstances have left them in a space where they're struggling right now and they're having challenges. And so the last thing they need is somebody that looks down on them or thinks them less than. And that's a really important point. So wherever you are donating your time, ensure that you are in the right heart space to be able to do that, because it is so important and it is so needed. Like the nonprofit agencies, they get funding, but not nearly as enough to run the place as it should be. So we rely on volunteers to pick up that slack, um, because there is so much need, and it's important. And then the animals, it's so lovely to, my daughter actually did this after her, she had to put her dog down because he was really suffering, which we didn't know. She took him in for some pills, and lo and behold, his spleen was enlarged, and so she had to make that decision that day. So it was very, very devastating because he'd been a part of our life for 10 years, and he was a big part of our family. So to fill that void, she decided to dog walk. And my oldest daughter is a registered vet tech, so she loves it. Well, we all love animals. That's the bottom line. But my youngest daughter is the one that decided to go dog walking. And so she'd call me up and go, Mom, there's this dog in there. And I'm like, mm-hmm. and now I go to my kids' homes to visit the animals, when they're going on vacation. That's how Nana, I'm the Nana of everything. I don't have I had the animals when I was younger. So now it's my time to just kind of visit and then go home. So she's like, well, why don't you come dog walking with me? I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll do that. Nice to take a walk and chit chat and, spend time with the animals. But she ended up getting a puppy from there that had been in the shelter its whole life. So it was only 4 months old, and it came from Manitoba. And so, yeah, it had only known the shelter. So, yeah, so she gave it a forever home, and she's doing really well. But it's just you just want to help them all, and it's hard. It can be very hard. I can't imagine my oldest daughter, she's a registered vet tech. I can't imagine how she does some of the things that she does, because they just rip my heart out. And just, but there's special type of people that do these certain things. And if you're one of these people that have some time on your hands and you can compliment what they're doing, they would definitely appreciate the help. So, just something to keep in mind. And then, excuse me, I like what you said about donating your time and doing that assessment. Take a look, write down what you do in a day. Are you sitting in front of the TV? Are you scrolling through on your phone? And if your child asks you, hey, can we go out to the park and play? Or your grandchild, oh, well, nothing is more important than spending time with your family. Nothing, because all those other things will wait. And that's one thing that I am so grateful for working from home, is that if my daughter calls, and well, my granddaughter called the other day, she's going to be 4 in May, and she's like, hey, Nanny, what you doing? And I'm like, and it's just like, well, just doing stuff for business. What's up? And she's like, would you like to pop over? And it's like, yes, I would. And, everything's going to be there when I come back. But there will come a time, I hope not, but there usually comes a time when children grow and then they're off with their friends. And then, they still love Nanny, but, friends are more important. So I take every single one of those times and I'm like, I'm there. She's got a recital coming up, so I'm like, I'll go to both ones. I don't care. Because my daughter's like, well, which one? I'm like, both.
Yeah, nice.
Because
Awesome.
it's exciting, like I want to be there for my children. That's why I do what I do, because I want to be fully present in whatever their lives are. Like, they have their own lives, but then they create a space for me to be part of that as well. And that is so, so exciting. So if you have a family that asks you to things, just take a second before you go, oh, well, I've got this work thing to do. Work's not that important. Bottom line, when you end at the end of your life, you're going to go, I was such a good worker. Oh, my family. Oh, yeah, well, I really didn't do too much for them. Which is going to matter more? It's your family. They're the ones that love you. Like, yes, you have your work family, but it's not the same as your family. So watch where that donating time, really take a close look at that and just see where you're donating that. And if you're spending time committing to things that are going to move you forward with your goals. Do you have goals? There's a question. Do you have those goals yet? We've been talking about this for a bit. If you still don't have goals, now's the time to go get some, because we each have a mission here. Let's get moving, because time is short, and we just never know from day to day what that's going to look like. So put those goals in place. What do you dream of doing? What do you want to do? Then start moving towards it and putting your time into that, something worthwhile that's going to move you somewhere. Instead of in 10 years, you look back going, well, still here. Instead of where you could be, which is doing whatever it is that you want to do and living the life of your dreams. And I think it would be very, very sad to have 10 years pass and just like, wow, maybe I should have started back then. Well, it's too late now. It's never too late. Wherever you are right now, you heard this message for a reason, and you are in the right space at the right time to make changes now. And if you make changes now, even little changes, Dean Graziosi says, even if you just like slightly, like 1% of an angle in 30 days, you're going to be like so far that way instead of where you were going. So those slight changes every day, those steps towards your goals really do make a difference and will take you to just wonderful miracles and an exciting life that you can't even imagine. Once you start moving towards it, it's like, holy crap, this is really cool. You know?
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it's
Well done.
oh,
Inspiring
thanks.
and heartfelt and incredible. So thank you for sharing all of that. That was
Thank
beautiful.
you. Yeah, it's just, time's precious. Very, very
Mhm.
precious.
Absolutely. So can you tell folks when they might be able to anticipate where they can get their What If book?
Well, if you are local to the Niagara region in Canada, I am having an open house on April 20th, and you can message me and I can give you all the details of the address and everything. It's from 11 to 7, and I will be there. I will be signing books and just having a good time. And there's going to be gifts and refreshments and all sorts of wonderful things. And um, the online one, we are looking at an online launch. Dr. Dave's going to be helping me with that. So we haven't picked a date, but if you are really, 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 really excited about getting a book, then you can go to Amazon and they do have them there. You can type in "What If 365 Positive Possibilities for Your Life," and you will find it there. So
Yay!
so exciting.
Awesome. Congratulations. It's been a process and so exciting for folks.
Oh,
I'm so
thank
happy
you.
for you.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's taken me 17, 6 years, but it's done. Woo! So now I get to share that, and the hard part's done. It's sharing, which is just sharing my gifts with the world. And this book came from my life as a social service worker, really, because I would create life skills for the guests that I worked with. And I worked mainly with men with severe mental health and addictions. And I would do life skills with a holistic twist because life skills are pretty boring. Let's be honest. Like, everybody teaches life skills, but not like the ones I did. So they were always in for a treat. And I would always ask at the end of the class what you're grateful for. And I got a lot of nasty looks and rolling of eyes. And, how dare you ask me something like that when my whole world has fallen apart. But by just sharing with them, it's like, okay, well, and we had the life skills after breakfast, and our food securities lady, Gina, she made sure you went away full. Like, no one went hungry when Gina was around. So they had a wonderful, delicious, like full course breakfast. They had a safe place to sleep the night before. It's sunny out. You can go breathe in the sunshine, or if it's raining, everything's getting a drink. And so by the end of the week, those people and I let them pass, if you don't have anything to be grateful for, that's okay. But by the end of the week, those people were putting up their hands and they had more than one thing that they were grateful for, which was really exciting. And to see when they walked out the door that they stood taller, they looked straight ahead, they had that self-worth again, to know that they mattered, because each person matters, and to be able to then give them the possibilities, because when you're in something, you can't see the possibilities that are available because you're just in this tar pit of blah. So when you are able to go, well, what if you did this? And it just, that light goes on. It's like, oh, I can do that. Yeah, you can. Here's some things to help you. Now you get to choose what you want to do, but giving those options and just opening up the thoughts and the possibilities to be able to help them transform their lives was just so rewarding. I just loved being a social service worker. That was one of the greatest joys, is working with those men. And yeah, just to see lives change. It was pretty powerful. So this book came from that, and just being able to show people that there are possibilities. There's always options. That's what I always told my clients. There's always options. And it was funny. I had this mindset of if I was to phone an agency, it's like, oh no, she's calling again. It's like, yep, it's me. And I would fight for my clients. It's like, you're not going to want to hear from me, so just give me the answer I want now, and I won't have to call you back, and I won't have to go above your head, and I won't have to do this, and I won't complain, so I became that person, whether it was good or bad, but I don't know. But I had this mindset that I'm here for my client, and there's nothing that I wouldn't do if they wanted to transform their lives, that I could help them with and show them something different and something better. So that's what created this book.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, especially that in depth, of how and where, all the inspiration came from. And I can't imagine how it's going to be able to impact all the folks that get to now enjoy it, and to the masses now,
Mm-hmm.
to have that inspiration, and start asking some of those wonderful, uplifting questions and giving themselves permission to do all the things that you were doing with your client. So excited.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty
awesome.
excited. So do you have any closing remarks, Dr. Dave?
I think that you have really highlighted everything, and I just so beautifully stated, and I just want to stay in that energy. So I want everyone else just to breathe that all in and look at all those possibilities, and it, the example that you were and have been, and now are in the new version of that champion for someone. Who else in our world can you be the champion for, of just
Mm,
giving the what if possibility and asking that question, what if you have permission to be that light? So awesome.
absolutely. And donating your time to your family and things that matter, and to yourself, and doing that self-care for yourself and for others. It's definitely needed.
Mhm. Awesome. Yay.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for watching wherever you are in the world. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And Dr. Dave and I will see you here next Monday morning at 10 o'clock Eastern. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Bye bye, everyone.